Hello and welcome, fellow digital soldiers, to True Reporting. It is the 23rd of January, and on today's podcast, we have a lot to get to today and a very short time to get to it in. Guys, coming at us from Lisa Mae Crowley, as we can see here, the new drop of the 22nd of January of 2020, assuming the castle equals White House in this context. Marines protect POTUS. POTUS flying home from Davos. Marines confirm that the White House is safe for the POTUS return. As we can see, the castle has been cleaned. We're going to be going over some memes as well, guys. Also coming at us right here, just a follow-up on what's been going on with the coronavirus. This is actually coming out earlier last year in August, and it's saying that the biowarfare experts question why Canada was sending lethal viruses to China. I think the Chinese activities are highly suspicious, one expert said, after it was revealed at a Winnipeg lab that they sent samples of Ebola and Henipavirus to China. My friends, a lot of stuff is coming out. All this is just biowarfare in all seriousness, and I've gone over this yesterday in the live stream, also in the podcast from yesterday, that I believe that this is fear-mongering, my friends. They're trying to give you vaccines, but just be careful about it, okay? Don't do it. Don't fall for the trap. Guys, we're going to go over some memes as well and some other stuff, so we have a very action-packed podcast for you today. But before we get into any of that, my friends, would you please welcome my sponsor, Noble Gold. Hey guys, Thomas from True Reporting here. Did you know that gold is up 18%? That's right. It's been like that since the month of June, and we all know why. It's because Trump is relentless against the Federal Reserve. We know that our money is not worth anything unless it's backed by gold. So why not back your 401k or IRA with gold and go to Noble Gold and tell them Thomas sent you from True Reporting. You call this number 1-877-646-5347 and tell them Thomas sent you, and it'll be worth your while. Thanks, guys, and enjoy the podcast. All right, guys, it's good to have you aboard. Before we get into today's podcast, would you please go ahead and subscribe to True Reporting 2.0. We just hit over 10,000 subscribers, just because if anything happens to this channel, we have a backup source, right? We have a source of communication. So please go to YouTube and type in the search bar True Reporting 2.0 and click subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it, and thanks to all of you who have already done that. Also, guys, would you please go ahead and click the notification bell so when I upload a podcast to this channel, you'll be the first to know. And finally, friends, would you please go ahead and leave a like on this video? The more likes that this video receives, the more times it is recommended to other viewers, thus more eyes on the truth. And with that being said, my friends, let's go ahead and hop into it. This is True Reporting. So again, guys, as you can see from Lisa Mae Crowley, one of the best, please follow her at Lisa Mae 62. She says a new drop from the 22nd of January 2020, assuming castle equals White House in this context. Marines protect POTUS. POTUS is flying home from Davos. Marines confirm that the White House is safe for POTUS's return, and we shall see. And then 17 drops this beautiful picture of two Marines and POTUS in the back, looking very strong, looking very in control. I've seen a lot of conspiracy pictures about this, talking about that this is a cue that is reflecting off the bill of the uniform. Obviously, I believe that it is this metal piece on top of his hat that is reflecting down onto the bill, and people are saying 5x5, 5 buttons, 5 buttons. Maybe so. You know, I don't know. I'm not going to reach that far. That's just what their uniform looks like. It's just a reflection, in my opinion. But this is the post. Castle is clean. And coming at us from Lisa Mae, this is from 2018. More of a 17 proof. Yesterday, 17 posted a couple coded messages on the Patriots fight board and deleted almost immediately. Anons grabbed screenshots before the deletion. It says here, note, Castle arrival good in all caps. Castle equals White House. Today at POTUS's _scheduled tweet, reference back at the castle. So again, it just correlates itself from the tweet tweet of our president back to the post of 17. And this is what we're talking about here, right? Fox M1 stolen takedown, right? On guard Z-Bunk. Castle arrived blue medal. Castle arrived blue medal. Busy day 17. These are from posts from June 12th, both from June 12th, okay? So then we can continue forward. POTUS's schedule. Remember, this one before said Castle arrival good. Now, coming from the president's schedule from the White House, we can see here, good to be back at the castle. This is the following day, June 13th. No time for rest and relaxation. We must continue to serve the American people. I love it. This is a proof, right? Absolutely. Back at the castle, as Lisa says, from that very same day. Good to be back at the castle. No time for rest and relaxation. So, a proof as we can see it, right? Absolutely. Then coming at us again, this is number 2. Outstanding catch, Junebug Bew. White House clean sig is a marker. His role was to clean the house. Will Bolton testify? So, as we could see here, Bolton cleaning house. Out they go. A clean house is very important. A lot of the press are realizing and asking, what was the problem with Bolton? Was he a warmonger? Was he this? Was he that? Remember, this is a game of chess. This is a moves and counter moves. This is what this is. So it's best to know, is Bolton a black hat? Is he a white hat? We don't know. It obviously looks like he could be a white hat in that he's cleaning house. This could be it. But we could see that there may be some tension between him and the president that could be all for optics, just to be shown to the press, right? To be relayed back to the deep state. White House clean signal from April 2nd, 2018. Again, so this is all referring back to this date, April 10th. Bolton cleaning house, right? And then Bolton leaves. So we shall see. Right? Continuing forward, follow Bolton, clean. Again, more of those clean statements. So we're continuing to move forward, right? We're moving forward, and we can see here, this is all coming from us. Follow Bolton. The stage is clean. Where we go one, we go all. This is a marker. Drops will go fast. The White House clean SIG. Follow Bolton, clean stage. Learn how to archive offline. The streets will not be safe for them, and we're already starting to see that, right? Was Peake the last of the spies inside of the White House? Isn't Vindman still on the NSC staff? This is from just 20 hours ago, from yesterday. According to a report from Axios, Peake's exit was pending a security-related investigation. Another possibility, where we go one, we go all, reminded me of at Flotus the 9th of January tweeting this, renovations at the White House East Room. Okay, I remember wondering at the time if there was more to this. Perhaps spies, Peake, Vindman, planted monitoring devices, and now the White House castle is clean. Remember that? Remember when everyone got in there, when POTUS wins the inauguration, he gets through with the inauguration and comes on into the White House. Then we start to see that it was actually being bugged by the Obama administration, right? And then we had spies, we had spooks inside of the Trump administration. We are cleaning house, right? This is the tweet from Melania Trump. We are honored to complete the East Room floor restoration along with the wall upholstery in the red and blue rooms in 2019. The work continues in 2020 to display the People's House as a reflection of the excellence of the nation's craftsmen and the source and pride of its citizens. Clean, debugged. Check this out. Look at the restoration. I mean, this is like they're pulling up floorboards. They're taking out everything, guys. I'm telling you, they threw this out there to show us that, yes, this isn't just a redecoration. This isn't just a restoration or a renovation. This is actually, I believe that they are actually trying to find bugs within the White House, right? I believe it's to be true. 17 has told us it's true. One of the earliest drops in references, which is in quote, clean house, and no chance of impeachment. If I'm not mistaken, I believe Dems have 24 hours for their opening arguments, divided into 3 8-hour sessions, which means POTUS legal team won't start until Saturday afternoon. Again, this is from yesterday. Just trying to keep your attention where I am. So it says clean. POTUS's legal team presents their arguments Friday and Saturday. So this is from October 31st, 2017, right? Get the popcorn. Friday and Saturday will deliver on the MAGA promise. POTUS knows he must clean house, the government, in order to free up and demonstrate who has authority in order to pass important legislation. legislation. They are cleaning out. They are fixing the three-letter agencies. They are fixing the people who have been implanted in the White House. They're getting a perfect team, right? Generals, staff, you name it. People who are working alongside our president, legislation, Senate, the House, so on and so forth, congressmen. They have to get everyone on board. They've got to make sure that these people are not corrupt. It has to be perfect. Perfection takes time. So this could be a 3-year delta. Maybe we'll see something in October of 2020. We shall see. It says this was always the priority. Remember, Attorney General Sessions cannot look like an impartial player that is out to get all former Obama team members, as we need him for other important work. All will come into focus, and for anyone to think POTUS is not in control is kidding themselves. Also, he's 100% insulated, my friends, with zero risk of impeachment. This is a fact, and this is said going on 3 years ago, right? Future proves past. Again, we continue. Another interesting angle since the drop with the White House clean signal, I believe SIG signal, was embedded in a drop, and it says referencing follow Bolton. Today's Castle Clean makes me wonder if Bolton has been POTUS's back channel. Wow, this is very important. We can see here. If you are smart, stupid, you know what just occurred at the meeting in Russia. Attempts to frame Russia and POTUS optics are failing and will soon be exposed. Objective in the kill box to keep POTUS away from Putin failed. Bolton plus Putin should scare you. So is Bolton a white hat? It looks as though it is. But again, we have to mess with optics. It's cool that we have an inside look, no? So moving forward. At Lisa May, 17 said to watch Bolton, right? Well, why is he spotted in Qatar? BigLeaguePolitics.com. We can see here. It says back channels are important. Coming at us from Lisa May Crowley. Exactly. Back channels are important. Is he working exactly with POTUS on back channels? Absolutely. This is all what this is. These are spies, and these are people working within other countries, right? They all are talking behind the scenes. And we can see here, can you see a 17? I do, but I really believe that this is actually a reflection on the bill of the hat. But you know, it is what that is. Guys, a really great thread thrown together. Again, it's great to have 17 back, still posting this amazing picture. There's a lot to this picture, guys. It just makes me feel confident in what is taking place. Moving forward, we'll do another one real quick, another quick decode. Coming at us from Enoch, please follow this person at Elenocle, which is ELENOCHLE, and this is from December 26, 2019. Just another cherry on top of our beautiful ice cream, right? Our beautiful Sunday at winning, right? At just being awake. 1 hour before sunrise on December 26, 1776, George Washington crossed the Delaware River using Durham boats, right? John Durham, in a surprise attack against the Hussein forces. Hussein in a major turning point at the Revolutionary War. Durham boats? Hashtag 17. 2019, Trump leads a surprise attack on Hussein's forces led by a Durham probe. Do you understand this, right? Hussein forces, this is back in 1776. What is this reality? And now in 2019, Hussein's forces led on Durham boats. Look at this. A Durham boat, Washington crossing the Delaware River. The Durham boat was the sole means of moving commodities in both directions on the river between Philadelphia and points above tide. The boat is well known on the Delaware for more than a century. Even after building of the canals, it was used on them as well as on the river to a considerable extent. They are also noted for their use in Washington's crossing of the Delaware River. Unbelievable. Just the words. What is this reality, guys? Hessian forces, perhaps? Hessian forces, Durham boats. And then we have here Hussein's forces, Durham's probe, Durham's boats. Oh my goodness, does it get any better than this, my friends? Again, an update. Who is helping POTUS? The last line of the 17 post attached. It was right in front of us the whole time, Anons. In one of 17's first drops, 17 included the Delaware crossing. Those boats sure did help POTUS. Speaking of Durham, appointed the same day as 17's first drop. And this is very significant, my friends, as we can see here. Why is this relevant? What is Flynn's background? Just knowing what we know now, right? Future proves past. Just listen to this post. This is actually coming out. It's from October 31st. Again, a big day. We're talking about 2 different posts that were dropped on October 31st. One coming from Enoch and the other one coming from Lisa Mae Crowley. Again, why is this relevant? What was Flynn's background? Why is this relevant? Again, why did Admiral R, NSA, meet with Trump privately without authorization, right? Does POTUS have the goods on most bad actors, right? Admiral Rogers is what I'm thinking of, right? That's who that is. Admiral Rogers, NSA. Why did he meet with Trump privately without authorization, right? They had a secret meeting. He was getting the goods. Does POTUS know where the bodies are buried? Does POTUS have goods on all the bad actors? Yes. Was Trump asked to run for president? Absolutely. Why? And by who? Was HRC next in line? Absolutely. Was the election supposed to be rigged? Yes. Did good people prevent the rigging? Yes. Why did POTUS form a panel to investigate? Because he has to expose them. Has POTUS ever made a statement that did not become proven as true or fact? They've all become true and factual. What is POTUS in control of? He's in control of the plan. What is the one organization left that isn't corrupt? Right? That is the NSA. Why does the military play such a vital role? It has to. We have to have a strong, a very strong military so that we can take out these deep state bunkers, these deep state nests that are spread out throughout the entire world, right? It says here, why is POTUS surrounded by highly respected generals? Because they're giving him intel. Who guards former presidents, right? Secret Service. Why is that relevant? Who guards HRC? Why is Antifa allowed to operate? Soros. Why? And because the Black Hats were in control. Why hasn't the Muslim Brotherhood been classified as a terrorist organization? Because it was under the administration of Obama. What happens if Soros funded operations get violent and engage in domestic terrorism? Then we could have a civil war. What happens if mayors and police, communications chiefs do not enforce the law? Well, we're starting to see that, right? And we're starting to see it now in a good way, as we can see that if the laws were passed where they were going to take away people's Second Amendment rights in Virginia, that the law enforcement were going to stand for it. They weren't going to enforce it. But I think in this manner, if Soros' funded operations get violent and engage in domestic terrorism, we could have a civil war. What if the mayors and police and communications chiefs do not enforce the law, which they were doing in places like Portland, Oregon? They would allow these people to run amok, break stuff, break and steal and hurt people, and nothing would happen. It was like we were losing our country. What authority does POTUS have specifically over the Marines? Well, he is God Emperor. Why is this important? Because he can tell them what to do. They need a leader, one that is patriotic, one that is for America, that is pro-America, that is pro-humanity, right? What is Mueller's background? Military? Yes. Was Trump asked to run for president with assurances made to prevent tampering? Absolutely. How is POTUS always 5 steps ahead? The NSA. Who is helping POTUS? The NSA and Project Looking Glass and all that stuff added together, right? A SCIF, military intelligence. What is state secrets and how upheld in the Supreme Court? What must be completed to engage the military over the 3-letter agencies? What must occur to allow for civilian trials? Wow, guys, it must be military tribunals, right? We must clean out the judicial system, right? And again, it just goes back into the same thread, and just a great breakdown. These old 17 posts are so important, and I hope that they stick with you for a long time, guys. We're gonna go down in history, all of us together, right? Absolutely. So let me go ahead and hop into some memes, and then we'll hop into that bio-warfare experiments that were taking place in Canada, shipped over to the Chinese, and that will wind down the podcast, my friends. Let's go ahead and hop into some memes. All right, guys, so more on Castle Clean. This is actually coming from an anon from last night. This is very important, and I believe it ties directly in because we are seeing that. We know that Barron, my friends, is a world chess master. There's only about 1,500 on this planet, and it's remarkable that his son, our president's son, who is 13 years old, he's approaching 6'6". His son is quite an anomaly. It's crazy. I just don't believe that they are who they say they are, and we can keep that between me and you. But guys, this really refers to what I was talking about earlier with the castle clean, and it's a great point. Castle clean refers to a chess move. LY is 17's way of letting us know that POTUS is clear to castle, not in check, nor would he pass through the check by castling, nor end up in check after castling. These are the rules. I mean, come on, just look at the photo. To me, you are clearly looking at the representation of a king and two castles. This is referring back to him and the two Marines. Okay, continuing forward, it says here, I believe that in this scenario, castling means to turn the tables on impeachment and bring Democrat corruption to light and into the legal record. Attorney General Barr created a new commission today and swore in 17 new commissioners. When you castle, if you are king, it's on a dark square. He ends up on a light one. Dark to light. Another chess reference, my friends. We're always talking about from dark to light. We're always talking about moves and counter moves. We're always talking about 3, 4, 5D chess. This is where I first learned about this stuff. This 5D chess was in these 17 posts. So it's very interesting to realize that another moves, more chess references, which is amazing to witness, guys. It's amazing to read and bring to you. Moving forward, this man, Representative Adam Schiff, Ard, an unsuspicious boy at Le Chateau Marmont, except he wasn't unconscious. He was dead. Let that sink in as you watch these hearings. Anthony Bourdain was in a bungalow next door. He is dead now. There is a video at Speaker Pelosi has a copy, right? Piece of you know what. There's a video of this. Wow, my friends, this is from James White, 70,001. Pretty incredible. And here we'll go. We'll go back into this. This is pretty nuts, right? So let me break this down again. Splash equals missile time of flight is expired or missiles destroyed. Target or bomb impact. Splash is missile time of flight. Fox 3, simulated actual launch or active radar guided missile. Okay. Ballistic missile threat. Inbound to Hawaii. Seek immediate shelter. This is not a drill. How about a nice game of chess? Splash. Fox 3. Splash. Missile time of flight is expired or missile destroyed. They shot it down. Fox 3. Simulated actual launch of an active radar guided missile. Right? Fox 3. As we can see here, the birth of the deadly Marshall attack. Capocollo was Marshall 1918. Very next move. White queen to F3. Q Fox 3. Wow. So guys, if you figure this out, please let us know on in the comments down below, and we could talk about this again when we do a live show, which would be Monday, or you can just hit me up on Twitter, DM me what you think this board means. The birth of the deadly Marshall attack. Capablanca versus Marshall 1918. The very next move, White Queen to F3, Q Fox 3. So guys, just let me know, okay? I know that may be a little confusing. It's a little confusing to me too, but I wanted to bring it to you. All right, guys, and as we can see here, in times of change, the patriot is a scarce man, brave, hated, and scorned. When his cause succeeds, however, the timid join him, for then it costs nothing to be a patriot. Mark Twain. Which kind of patriot are you? I'm one that leads, my friends. I want to lead America. I want to help my fellow patriots, my fellow men, my fellow women, my brothers and sisters to the glory land. Like, this is what I want to do, and this is why I guess I've been put in this position to do so. I really don't understand it. I didn't ask for it. Maybe something my higher self asked for this, and I just am unaware of it at this point. But I'm doing this to do it because I love America and I love humanity. I'm pro-humanity, and this is the kind of patriot I am, my friends. And it seems like the same kind of patriot, actually, I know it's the same kind of patriot as our President Donald Trump. And finally, guys, more of this, as we can see on our last meme, of the 2020 election, because, and he's missing the A and the S, it weaponizes a process that should only be initiated by exceedingly rare circumstances and should never be used for partisan, right? Adam Schiff, missing the A, missing the S. More of coding, right? More coding. What's going to be coming down the pipeline for old Shifty Ship pencil neck. I can't stand his face, but we shall see. I mean, the guy has so many ties to death and murder and the Standard Hotel, acid vats, you name it. Ed Buck, so on and so forth. Anthony Bourdain, Adam Schiff, you are going down, my friend. And finally, guys, I wanted to show you this real quick. Biowarfare experts question why Canada was sending lethal viruses to China. What? What do you mean? I thought Canada was our friend. I thought the deep state was just a fabrication. It's just a myth. I think the Chinese activities are highly suspicious, and one expert said. After it was revealed a Winnipeg lab sent samples of Ebola and Henipavirus to China. Wow. In a tabletop pandemic exercise at Johns Hopkins University last year, a pathogen based on the emergency Nipah virus was released by fictional extremists, killing 150 million people. A less apocalyptic scenario mapped out by the Blue Ribbon U.S. panel envisioned Nipah began dispersed by terrorists and claiming over 6,000 American lives. Scientists from Canada's National Microbiology Laboratory have also said the highly lethal bug is a potential bioweapon. But this marks the same lab that shipped samples of the Henipavirus family and of the Ebola to China, which has long been suspected as a running secretive biological warfare program. China strongly denies it makes germ weapons, and Canadian officials say the shipment was part of its efforts to support public health research worldwide. Sharing of such samples internationally is relatively standard practice. Well, sharing samples may be of standard practice, but sending and sharing bioweapons is not, my friends. And we all know what Trudeau is up to. We all know how there are deep states in all over the world, that we are cleaning out these nests. But my friends, again, is it biowarfare? From what I read to you yesterday on the live stream, that this coronavirus is nothing to be fearful of, right? I believe it's fear mongering, as I showed you in paperwork yesterday, which I can show you right now. So as you can see here very faintly, that the coronavirus causes the common cold. No isolation required, my friends. This is basically a head cold, and they're making it out to be something that it's not. They're basically making it sound like it's Ebola or the swine flu or the bird flu. It is not, guys. Don't feed into this fear mongering, okay? Please don't. Guys, I hope you enjoyed today's podcast. If you found it informative, guys, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. You can follow me on Twitter at TRUreporting, and don't forget to leave a like on this video. Guys, you can donate to this channel by going to my PayPal, Patreon. We have a P.O. box and TRUreporting merch. Guys, always know that God is in control. He will guide you. He will give you strength when you are in the darkest of times. And my friends, it seems like we are going from the darkest of times to the lightest and greatest of times. This is the Great Awakening, and I will talk to you guys very soon. Have a beautiful afternoon. Bye-bye.